Good morning, guys. Whew, I'm telling you, I'm tired today, but we're going to get in it. I know I'm a little bit early for the folks that are watching this live, but listen, we got to get to it. I've got a lot of yard work to do today. We've got to get our pool set up for the year, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to be floating around in that thing. Well, welcome to the Drag Drive Repeat News, presented by Summit Racing for May 18th, 2024. Y'all, today will be a good show. We talk about Ryan Hargett's Coyote Swap Camaro. We talk about Calvin Hayward's Pinky Drag Week Mustang build, and Project Adam Ant gets a new lease on life. Plus, Racing Junk has more drag and drive cars for sale. All right, I'm gonna hit this intro video and then we're gonna get started. All right, guys. Well, welcome back. My name is Mike Narks. I am the host of the Drag Driver Repeat News that you're watching now and the Drag Driver Repeat Show, which happens live on Wednesday nights or a replay on Tuesday nights on PowerTube TV. My co host is Eric White. He's not in this morning, he's on a family trip this weekend. And so you guys are just dealing with me, and I've made some notes, and we're gonna have some fun. So let's get this thing going here. And I was up too late working on stuff, and up too early this morning. So here's the deal, guys. Thank you so much for being our race car friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this whole program that we call Drag Drive Repeat. Thank you to our sponsors. Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, Performer Built Transmissions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk, and PowerTube TV. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us create this entire thing that we do right here. All right, guys, Summit Racing is your um, place to buy your speed products. I'm telling I didn't put the ad read in here and I really should have. But listen, they're huge supporters of ours. We appreciate them. When you're looking for car parts, you better have the Summit Racing mobile app downloaded right there on your phone. It's super easy to find stuff, super easy to get. And with the fast delivery, a lot of times now I live in Northwest Arkansas. A lot of times you can order stuff and get it in a day or two with the standard shipping that they do. So I love Summit. I'm on there all the time looking at all the fun stuff. Well, let's jump into content for this week. Driven Racing Oil for event updates. Olympic Dragon Drive has posted out their content or their schedule for the weekend, and I like that they're going to do kind of a Rocky Mountain Race Week time frame. I love the evening racing. I think it helps bring out a lot more spectators, which is what you want in Drag and Drive because that gives us an opportunity to talk to a lot more people. They're going to run tech on that Friday, May 31st from 10 a.m. until 3, which is kind of what Rocky Mountain does. They start earlier, obviously, because they have 300 cars, but racing is live from 3 until dusk. And when I saw dusk, I was like, oh crap, because like here in Arkansas, that means 9 o'clock. But does that mean 9 o'clock in the Pacific Northwest where the Olympic Dragon Drive is? And it looks like it does. So I mean, that'll be plenty of racing time, I promise. And then they've got a full drive day on Saturday, which I thought was really cool. I love that you can take that opportunity to drive around. There's going to be a lot of people that are attending this event that have never been to the Pacific Northwest. So it's going to be kind of cool for them to get that experience and drive around. On Sunday, the racers are going to be working into a bracket race, which I feel like is awesome because it gives us an opportunity to be talked about during the event, but also to be able to talk to bracket racers about Drag and Drive, which I've said it for a long time. I feel like bracket racers are our next big bump in participation, especially with the DYO classes we're seeing coming out. So, Olympic Drag and Drive, Port Richard, Washington, May 31st through June 2nd. Make sure you got it on your schedule. Of course, we'll be following along all the stuff, and we're working with those guys to see. They'll probably at this point they'll probably come on after the event, kind of give us a recap and all that stuff. Drop the hammer. If you don't like this Lincoln that you're watching right here, something's wrong with it. That looks like just how fun would that car be? I mean, can you imagine rolling up on somebody with some factory wheels and some stickies on the back and just giving them the beans? That would be a fun time. Drop the Hammer is hosting a cruise in at Michigan Critical Power. Uh, these regional events, I'm telling you, I believe they're beginning to kind of hit their stride. We're seeing racer parties. We're seeing more activities during the events. Like Heads Up Hustle has, they're doing a scavenger hunt as well. So there's a lot of things. These give these racers the opportunity to have some fun, and for longtime drag and drive racers, this is almost like a mini vacation from what is going to be a hard event later in the year, if they do another drag and drive. So regional events are really kind of taking their stride. Drop the Hammer again, May 31st through June 2nd in Michigan, the US 131. Up there is a start and finish, and then they're racing at Mid Michigan uh, Raceway Park, Motorsports Park, something like that on Saturday. So going to be a great event. And of course, Carl is ready. I can't imagine how ready he is for this because, they had one planned for October 2023 and the weather just kept pushing it back a little bit. So he moved it to the end of May, and I'm excited for him to finally have this event. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The list of sponsors there, big, and racers include, guys like Brian Acton and Jay Blanchard. So, we love those guys. And then Sixth Summer, talked to Greg Jones and Jonathan Stonecipher last night. This guy has won Rocky Mountain Race Week 12.0 and 13.0 class. Like this serious competitor. I can't wait until he goes to Sixth Summer and takes on the DYO class because this car obviously will run anything from a 11 to a 13. It's gonna be interesting to see the strategy they have, and, I may actually have them on the show next week. That would be a good guest, or the week after, because this car can run any number, and Greg is not scared to make passes to get that number, which is what you want in your DYO class. It's gonna be really cool to see how this works out. I'm excited for them to experience a different drag and drive. They've done Rocky Mountain Race Week several times. I'm excited for them to hear their thoughts on Six Summer and how much fun they had because Rocky Mountain Race Week obviously is racing in the evening, as you can see from this picture here, but Six Summer races in the morning. How's that going to change up their plan and their schedule and stuff? So good luck to Greg, good luck to Jonathan as a co-pilot. This is going to be fun to watch, and of course Eric is going to be at Six Summer that Monday, and then of course I'll be driving up that Thursday to meet them for racing, and then Eric and I both will be at Byron on Friday. So it's going to be a good time at Six Summer. And then one event we haven't talked about very much is the UK Street Weekend, which is coming up June 14th through 16th, one of the big events in June. And then this picture here, Colin Theobald is ready for UK Street Weekend in his first gen Camaro with a factory hitch mount. Now, this may not seem like a big deal here in the States, but for the dudes that are overseas, this is a big deal, especially in Sweden, to find a hitch. I don't even think it was in stock. I think it may have been like old stock or somebody's parts bin stuff. So really cool that he has that. He put that on last night or posted it up the other day on the street weekend. And then this is the trailer he's going to pull. And you see the cardboard sides. He's I'm a fan already. We did that with the Narcs cart a whole bunch with cardboard on the sides in the mornings. And this here is what he's going to sleep in for a night. So pretty good idea. I like it a bunch. He said he doesn't know how he's gonna close it all up once he gets in there, but I'm sure he can figure it out. And who knows? By that point, he may not even run the end on it and or just lay it down there. It'll be really easy. But congratulations to him. I'm excited to see the coverage from UK Street Weekend. And again, we'll be talking about that as it goes. All righty. Let's do the Power Tube TV read. That's kind of our event updates for this morning. Again, got to cut the show a little bit short just simply because I got so much yard work to do. PowerTube TV is your ultimate destination for automotive entertainment. Join them on this incredible journey dedicated to providing you with an unparalleled streaming service, whether it's our web based 100% free streaming site on Roku or mobile apps. Indulge in your favorite automotive shows, shorts, and podcasts. Want more choices to watch? You can watch PowerTube TV's powerful programming on Android, Fire, and Apple TV as well. We're excited to partner with PowerTube. It's from us, created by enthusiasts for enthusiasts. PowerTube TV is revolutionizing the way you experience automotive programming. You'll find replays of our shows alongside exclusive content from us and other automotive content creators. A lot of new stuff that's coming out over there. It's exciting over there. PowerTube also has classic shows like Pink's All Out, and Pastime, and the some of those shows are even making their triumphant return alongside reboots of the original content. PowerTube TV is partnering with the NHRDA, the National Hot Rod Drag Racing Association. No, National Hot Rod Diesel Association, and giving them a channel to showcase all their stuff around the world. It's going to be really awesome to see what all the content that comes from those guys. All righty, sorry. Let me throw this out here. Make sure I'm in my right rotation. Yeah, perfect. See, I miss you, Eric. I miss you a whole bunch. I promise. He's probably watching right now as they're eating breakfast somewhere. All right. Have you seen the F body columns from Car Chains 3D? Y'all, if I had an F body, this is what I would own. I think this makes sense. Again, this is for an aftermarket column. I know we've showed this once or twice, but these are great shots from them showing how it can work with the Motion Racework switch or the Kubota switch, which is a pretty good deal. And then, our boy Jay Blanchard has a way to wire the rest of this in, so it's really easy for your entire system to make your blinkers work and all that kind of stuff. And then they also have Car Chains 3D also has. So we've got the mounts there. Sorry, the Kubota mount is on the left, and the Motion Raceworks is on the right. And then uh, David Cogan says, I had an idea mount for my EGT box on top of my injector driver. I needed to make some brackets. Send it over to Corey. Obviously, Corey's just the man, and came up with this idea. Definitely worked out. So Corey then later posted that there will be bracket things like this available on the website as well. So he continues to just, as people come up with ideas, send them to him, Corey Nicholson or Car Chains 3D, and he can help get you taken care of there. And I mean, there's so much that we need, like that. There's so many things that you can mount into your car. So come up with ideas, think about that stuff, and then send it over to Corey or send it to us and we'll send it to him and then get you guys in contact together. All right. Pinky's Drag Week update. This is Calvin Hayward. It's good to see some content update on this car. I'm telling you, I'm ready to see the color. He hasn't shown us that yet. And every picture he shows that has the car in the background or a picture, like he has a picture of the engine bay, the car is black and white. I'm like, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me. So I hope that means he's trying to get there for Hot Rod Drag Week. But his most recent post is parts are back from Gary's polishing. Time for assembly. Look at these parts, guys. And that looks amazing. I can't wait to see this car in person. Again, twin turbo big block, 3,500 horsepower as the goal, and sixes. Gonna run sixes. And then this may give us a hint on what the color is going to be close to. I don't know if that's paint or maybe powder coating or whatever, but that is going to be super cool. And this, with all of this polished piece stuff, I think he's building a show car. Maybe instead of a drag car this time, he's building a show car. It's gonna be crazy. So we got some comments coming in here saying good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yep. Eric Weiss says, I'm watching. Miss my race car friends. Hope to be back soon. Yeah, but we hope you are too. Have a good weekend. We hope everything goes good there. And then Narcoleptic Customs. We're gonna actually be talking about Narcoleptic and Steven here in just a minute, talking about the Adam Ant project. All right, so Pinky Drag Week. This car is going to be off the chains. I hope he can make Hot Rod Drag Week. If he cannot, I hope we at least get the picture of the car by the end. I'm ready to see this color. I am ready to see this color. And then next up on the docket is Ryan Hargett and the update for the Coyote swapped Camaro. Ryan in this post sounds pretty motivated uh, with the Camaro build. Again, putting a twin turbo Camaro. This car has been almost 200 miles an hour on Hot Rod Drag Week. The power plant has been almost 200 on Drag Week and is now going to reside in a Promod style Camaro, which is going to be awesome. That Ryan and his dad built back in the day, and Ryan pulled a big block out of it and put this Coyote setup in with twin turbos. I can't wait. So he replied to Devin Vanderhoof's comment. Thanks for the motivation, Devin. It's been a serious mental struggle lately. Not sure if I can do it and if I will make it, but I'll give everything I have. It's a catch 22 doing everything in house at our shop. Very few other cars have the engine built, tuning, fabrication, wiring, plumbing, chassis setup, and basically everything but the transmission all done in house. It's something I take pride in, but it makes it really hard to get my personal stuff done in a timely manner. Y'all, you got to go follow Ryan Hargett. He's got a public profile. Just hit the follow button. This is going to be a great build. Again, this is a 70 Camaro. I think it was like a pro stock car or something like that, but essentially is going to be a new unlimited car that's being built to come out. And his goal is to run fives eventually. I really hope we can see this car at Drag Week. And mm, I'm ready. I'm ready. This is going to be a fun car. Things have been going a little slow. They've had, obviously his regular shop, they own Hargett Automotive and Performance, is very, very busy. As they do more work, they get busier. You know how that goes. I don't know why I have my headphones on. I'm not listening to anybody. um, that's the way it works. But I'm excited to see this car come to fruition and see what this thing is going to do. It really truly has the capability to be a front runner in the unlimited class. And again, we're seeing cars purpose built for drag and drive unlimited. We're seeing cars purpose built for drag and drive, and that's always exciting. And then next up, Stefan Gustafsson. Obviously, we talked about the cars on Wednesday being back in Sweden now. Him and Magnus Frost's car are back after being in the States for several years, doing Drag Week, doing other drag and drive events. They're back home now. And I'm excited to see this because then this picture was posted by Daniel Johansson yesterday. One of our favorite photographers said they're headed to testing. How exactly did he work? Said a picture posted yesterday. Yep, on the way to have some fun. I hope that means they're going to go do some testing because Stefan said that him and Magnus are planning for the cars to be ready for Street Week Sweden, which happens just in July in a couple. I mean, what's that? 2 months from now, 8 weeks from now, something like that. So, of course, the cars were running and ready. I mean, Stefan took second or third at Sick Week this year. And then, now the car's going to be over there. So, it'll be one of the few cars to ever make the trip and be at different events, especially in the same year. I don't know if we have had many, I mean, two or three cars that have competed in like the US and another country across the world. So pretty awesome to see. And that means that Stefan's building a brand new car for the States here to race here. So he'll have one at home and one here, which, obviously means a lot more opportunity there for more racing and all that stuff. Sorry, gotta get back to my photo here. See, this is what happens when you do this at like 2 a.m. Uh, Molly Motorsport. Obviously, Eric Grillo was on the other night on episode 63 of the Drag Driver Pete Show. That is a great interview. He really explains a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about in this. Attention, high performance enthusiasts and sportsman class racers. Meet the Molly Motorsport Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power pack performance. The Power Pack pistons are made from 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. Tailored for various engine families from small block Chevrolet to Volkswagen and Audi, they've got you covered. What sets Molly apart? Forged pistons, graphite coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride with Molly Motorsport, where performance meets precision. Unleash the power within. Visit mollymotorsport.com for more details. And for the people listening on the podcast, Molly is spelled Mahle. All right. I really appreciate him coming on the other night. It was amazing to hear how all that stuff works. He really kind of dug deep a little bit after talking about his personal drag and drive experience, racing, and then also working the tent. He kind of dove into what the differences in the 4032 and the 2618 are and all that kind of stuff. So it was a great opportunity to learn. I've actually listened back to it twice trying to understand what all he was saying, but you know me, I'm not that smart. And again, guys, thank you so much for being our race car friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do. Hit the share button as we move into the last few uh, pieces of this puzzle here. And then, guys, thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate those so much for coming on and being a part of our program. And we're actually going to be releasing a new sponsor that's coming on board on the 29th, going to actually be a guest on here and talk about what they do and all the fun there. So, Summit Racing, Molly Motorsport, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, Performer Built Transmissions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk Classifieds, and Power Tube TV. Thank you all so much for being a part of this program. And guys, the gentleman's agreement is simply this. We love what we do here. Eric and I love doing this. We love writing this. We love talking to you guys. We love coming out and doing all this stuff, but it's not free and it's not cheap. It takes time, takes a ton of effort to get here to do these shows. So, gentleman's agreement is we'll continue to do that hard work if you'll hit that follow or that subscribe button wherever you're watching this. We appreciate that very much. Got to grow the channel. We're getting really, really close, dangerously close to 100,000 total followers, and can't say thank you enough for all of that. So that is a gentleman's agreement. Thank you very much. All right, here's the PowerTube TV thing I was looking for the National Hot Rod Diesel Association deal. Of course, laid out. They'll have a whole brand new channel on the website, and then you'll be able to watch a lot of the NHRDA stuff on the app as well. Which typically anymore, now that I'm working from home again, I just put on PowerTube and just watch that. You guys will see a lot of the Drag Driver Pete coverage over there. A lot of exclusive stuff that's coming from us is going to be done very soon. I've got a lot of videos that I've been working on. It's hard to work on 2 or 3 videos at one time, but I've been doing it. So some backstage stuff there. All right, let's move into the Performa built transmission segment here. Performa is the official transmission builder of Drag Drive Repeat. At Performa Built Transmissions, our goal is to engineer and build the toughest transmissions on the planet. We don't just rebuild transmissions, we systematically re engineer each model to eliminate OEM flaws and to achieve the highest levels of performance. That is why we say our transmissions are not just built, they're Performa built. Love Ryan and the team over there. You know, we had him on one night talking about all the fun stuff that goes on within the shop and how they make a 4L60 live in Sheila's Dream, which is the Price family's 5,000 pound wagon that runs tens. All right. So, first up, obviously, NHRA is hosting a drag and drive exhibition race this weekend at the Route 66 Nationals. We talked about that with Mike Galemi on episode 63. These pictures here were taken by Audria Beeler from the drive they were on yesterday. So again, over to the prison, looking at, I mean, the cars. Let me run you through the list of names here. Bryant Goldstone, obviously, Tom McGilton, Earl Schneider. I'm sorry, it's probably the wrong way to say that, but I'll ask how to do that later. Nick Taylor, Alex Taylor, Tom Bailey, Dave Schroeder, and Eric Grosvenor are the 8 cars that are on site. And guys, they will be racing today on NHRA, probably NHRA.tv. I would think they're going to have some kind of live stream for the event today. So they'll be racing exhibition style, and then they're going to race during the finals tomorrow to put up a, like a award a winner, crown a winner, I guess is the way to say it. They did this last year. Great opportunity because they park them up front. They put those cars where people are walking by, talking to them, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Shexinator. Perfect. Shexinator. All right. I don't know. Mm. Oh, yep. Yep. And then Eric saying, yeah, streetcar shootout finals happening. Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah, not today. Tomorrow. Yep, that's exactly right. So we'll be talking about that on the next episode 64 of the Drag Drive Repeat show. We're going to talk about who ran what, who won the event, all that kind of stuff. So excited to see that. Again, we are anytime we can have some good exposure, especially from top level racers like that for the drag and drive community is always a good thing. Alrighty. And then Project Adam Ant, new lease on life. Steven is worked on it till late last night. If you guys remember, this car had a 2.3 liter Lima, which is like an 80s SVO Mustang, turbo four cylinder, made like 380, 400 horsepower. It was a lot of fun. Steven put 15,000 miles on this car, probably, if not more, and just beat it up. Well, he's building a new car so he can haul the whole family with him. It's going to be kind of fun to watch the new car come together, but it's not quite there yet. And he wants to have something to run this year. And I don't blame him. So this car here, this car has been a lot of fun for him. He's really enjoyed the time that he's had with it, and he doesn't want to give that up yet. So he's like, "Hey, I've got all these parts laying around. I think I'm going to build it." So it's getting a small block Chevrolet. Okay, you see that right there? In this little car, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Small block Chevrolet, turbo 350, doing some trading, getting some stuff together. It's gonna get a solid axle front end. You know what that means. It's gonna be a gasser. I can't wait to see what he has in mind. I was supposed to go out there last night, but I was writing notes for this show this morning. Y'all, this is gonna be cool, man. This picture here he posted up on Facebook about an hour ago. So this is gonna be really neat. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be a full-on drag car, it's gonna be a driver. It's getting a Jeep rear end from our buddy Wes Evans. It's got a Jeep two-wheel drive, like Cherokee front axle that'll be in it. This is gonna be a lot of fun and really just a testament to how much stuff he has laying around that and then goes and builds something out of it. So it's gonna be kinda cool. Pat Cook here saying, that's spicy. I love it. I need to get my gas or midget started. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is definitely going to push you over the edge. And again, this car is going to be fun. Going to be something that is wild. This car has always been next level wild. So it should be a lot of fun. It's going to sound great. It's going to drive good, and it's going to be an eye popper. I'm telling you. The I don't know what he has planned for the exhaust yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be a good setup. So I'm excited that you guys can follow that at Narcoleptic Customs, Narcoleptic Customs on Facebook. It's probably where Stephen will post the most. And there's a Project Adam Ant folder on there if you want to go in through there. And then, guys, do you remember forums? Who on here? Raise your hand if you remember forums. Right? Yeah. Oh man, the bucket list mob. Hang on, we got to back up to the gasser stuff here. Bucket List Mob says they're building a third gasser for Drag Week. I knew I liked their style. I knew it. The plan for Steven to have this one is to make an appearance at Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0, and to keep his veteran status, he may race it at 2.0, depending on how the summer and things like that goes. So we'll have more details on that as it comes, as I get to hang out with him. All right. Do you guys remember forums? Before Facebook, there was forums, and they were awesome. I loved them. They were great. Uh, it really brought in a lot of the social media stuff because this wasn't as live as social media was because you had to keep refreshing your page. But back in the day, and there's still people that post over here quite a bit, and I'm gonna make a push to maybe we do this as well. Bankshift.com, Chad Reynolds and Brian Loans had a great uh, forum, I guess, thread. I don't know. Great forum for drag weekers. It was like the unofficial Hot Rod Drag Week board, and we're going to start adding some of these conversations in. Essentially, being that it's the 18th of the month, I went back to the 18th page of the Hot Rod Drag Week board because I wanted to see where that would put us. Right, what put us this is the first post on the page right here that you guys are looking at. Rocky Mountain Race Week from BBR saying looks like Rocky Mountain Race Week is a go. Says sounds interesting. Talks about the dates and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, this is January 2015. Like this is a long time ago. It's really cool to. I think that's probably the most fun I'm having with the forum stuff lately is to go back and find all that stuff. What I thought was really cool, obviously they talk about that, then it's like 9 pages of everybody talking about what they're gonna do, where they're gonna stay, all that kind of stuff. But our buddy Eli Gould in here says, "I'd be all about it, but I can only afford to do one. Guess it depends where drag week is gonna be." Y'all, this is gonna be good because now Eli has probably done 15 or 20 events since that in January of 2015. So I thought that was really cool and a lot of fun to go back and uh, see what people were saying back in the day, to understand what people were talking about. So I'm going to spend some time there. We're going to kind of maybe do like a day in the history of or something like that in the future. This is going to be a fun exercise. And if you're not on forums, you need to do that. And I think I probably need to go back in and maybe reset my, huh. Yeah, maybe I need to go back in and reset my login information. And then Eric White says, forums is where you posted your build progress back in the day. Yeah, it was really kind of fun because you can go back and look at that, and it's not like Facebook is now where you have the gallery of pictures. You literally had to scroll through, hundreds of comments like what is on the screen here and to see your picture updates. What's sad is, as I can't remember what the hosting site, the server site was for the photos, but as that went down, a lot of those pictures were gone. Or as those places were like, "Hey, we need you to pay money to store all this stuff," people, would just let their accounts go, and so we don't have those pictures anymore. All right. And then the bucket list mob says here for theirs is a 60, their new gassers, a 64 comment, and they've got videos on the YouTube channel. We need to have those guys on. Hey, Mike, let's talk about that. Message me after this, and let's figure out a time when you guys can come on. I think you would be a lot of fun as a guest. All right, we followed them quite a bit on Sick Week, and I got some good content. I just haven't had time to edit down the videos. I may need to find a video editor. Sadly. All right, last bit here, guys. Let's talk about the last thing. And 31 minutes. I can't believe I've gone this long. Let me add these to the screen here. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. We're going to talk about Found on Racing Junk because those guys obviously have added a new segment for drag and drive cars. You know, love it. And what's really cool is we began asking for that a few months back, and it took a little bit, but they got it done. And y'all, I'm telling you, the team over there, Bobby and the team over there, awesome folks. Let me get this added up here so we can share it. Take this down. See, again, this is what happens when your buddy Eric isn't here. All right. Let's bring up the first one. And again, you can go on to Racing Junk Classifieds. They are the official buy sell trade of Drag Driver Pete here. So you can go on there and you can find these cars that we're talking about, and you can just search under Drag and Drive. I don't know if you can see my cursor there. Yep. Drag and drive right at the top. That is a full-on segment that they're doing because, guys, we know the segment's growing, and this is really a great way for folks to list it. There are 8 cars listed here now. The first time we saw this, there were only 2. Now there's 8, and I know there's been 2 or 3 sold from this segment as well. And you can see it's starting to get some traction. 430 people have viewed this car. Uh, this car looks nice. Just very nice in car. Big block and Fox Body Mustang, obviously trailer 2021 on the tag there on the trailer, but the only time I could find from this car was Drag Week 2022, and that obviously came from the number being on the window there for this car. Looks great, big block. Let me get in here. Yeah, 598. Big block, no power adder, 860 for the week. I think it was like I think they ran a best like 864 or something like that. 2022 Drag Week all motor. Moser Fab 9-inch 35 spline, 850 cert, all that kind of stuff. This looks like a nice car, and for 48.5, I feel like is it bad to say I feel like that's a deal anymore? And this is in O'Fallon, Missouri, so it's not far. It's right in the middle of the country, which is obviously a good thing if you're trying to buy something and you're on one of the coasts. So the car looks like it's really, really nice. The paint is gorgeous. That is a great color. And then they've got a video there. We're not going to play it because it'll get all chopped up. So that's one of the cars, the 80 Fox Body 48.5 in O'Fallon, Missouri. And then 66 Ford Fairlane. This is going to be in California. This car here looks a little more race car-y than what we would expect. Big block Ford, all certified, all this stuff. Let's see. Let's go over here. Yeah, you can see this car looks pretty tinny. There's not any sound deadening or any carpet or anything like that on it. So more of an unlimited car, but they posted it in here, so we appreciate that. Big inch Ford engine. This car is be a perfect car for the very popular drag and drive events, which mean you drive drag strip to drag strip. But I thought it was really cool because they actually called out Redwood Rally in here somewhere. Located in Sacramento. Car was bought 10 years ago, then totally gone through and only run down the track a few times. Perfect for C gas brackets, big bucks, or drag and drive. So looks like a very nice car. And obviously you could be almost as cool as Bill Armstrong. 521 521-inch Ford power plant. So big deal there. Be a lot of fun and be loud as shit. And then Power Glide and 456 gears, probably going to need a gear vendors on that thing. 34.5, but you're going to have to ship that thing from California. So should be a pretty good deal for somebody. That seems like a lot of car for the money. And then I had one more car pulled up, I thought, but this here will give you, we won't go into another car, but drag and drive cars for sale. Again, you can classifieds, drag racing cars, and then drag and drive as a segment. So if you're listing a car for sale, definitely do that. But you can see 2016 Camaro SS. There's a caged GTO 2004 model. It's got, I don't know what 60 cage means, but 6 grand, pretty cheap for a GTO that's already got all the cage work and stuff like that done. And then I don't know the story on the '09 CTS all-wheel drive, but drag and drive car, sure. And then 2010 Camaro, and of course we've seen the 1,000 horsepower Mustang, and then a Monte Carlo with no pictures available. Jerks. That's the pictures I want to see. So, anyways, this gives you a good chance to see what is available on Racing Junk. All right. I got to get back to work, guys, or got to get to work today out on the yard. Thank you so much for Racing Junk for coming on board. And guys, again, thank you so much for being our race car friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for going through all of this. Oh, Eric says, I think I have pictures of that Fox body from Drag Week at Byron. That's awesome. Probably. Uh, and then real quick, Photo Bucket was the name of the forum. Was the hosting site that held all the pictures for the forums. Yep, Photo Bucket. Man, good call, Ed. All right, thank you for being our race car friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments this morning. I know I kind of blew through that pretty quick, but with no back and forth with Eric and I, I just go a lot faster than that. So again, can't wait for Eric to be back. It's going to be a lot of fun when he returns, and safe travels, all that kind of stuff, man. Have some fun. Enjoy the weekend. And then, guys, thank you so much to our sponsors: Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Change 3D, Performer Built, Transmissions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk Classifieds, and PowerTube TV. Y'all can't do it without you guys. Can't do it without everyone that's out there watching this right now. And thank you for all the shares. I see it's already going up this morning. Our numbers are increasing, and I know they will as the day goes on because people probably aren't up at 8:52 in the morning. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.